Hey everybody, BK Adams here. Today I'm going to be talking about how senses work and how sneaking works and how tracking works in the Mighty Protectors rules. And what I've done is I've got this map of a convention center with a bunch of bad guys. I've got a single hero. It's the character that I played before in Jeff's City of Heroes campaign, Alley Cat. And she's going to be sneaking around trying to find a mare that has been kidnapped by these Skull gang members. So briefly in the rules under perception tasks, you're supposed to use the character's intelligence save as the basis for that. And also each character is allowed one free save per turn to perceive things with their senses using the best sense available. But you can also, spend an action to try again. Now if a character wants to sneak or use stealth, they basically have to move at half their normal movement rate, right? So in Alley Cat's case, she has a normal movement rate of 18 inches. For sneaking, she can only go 9. Now, it's not really obvious in the rules, but if you look on the ref screen under acquiring targets, down here it says, with an asterisk, it says target is sneaking -1 sense rank. And what that means is, if you are sneaking and someone is trying to perceive you, their sense is reduced by 1 level. So if they have a full sense of sight, which normal people have, that gets reduced to basic. Normal people have a basic sense of smell and hearing, and both of those get reduced to none. Now there is still a chance you can do it. They have to make a critical success, but I'll get to that in a minute. Now here's Alley Cat's character sheet. She's a 104 point character. Her best stat by far is her agility. She has a 24 agility. That gives her a 13 or less save. Now for purposes of sneaking, what that means is she has a 13 or less agility save. And if someone is trying to hear her, they would, if their perception roll is a 10 or less, which most of these gang members have, then their chance to hear her is reduced by 3. And you can read about that in the opposition section of the rules. Basically, you compare one character's save to another character's perception roll, and if the character sneaking has a higher save, then you subtract that by 10, and that's the modifier, right? So in Alley Cat's case, all these guys are normally have a 10 or less chance, not counting any range, to hear her, -3 for her agility. So they would have a 7 or less chance, not counting any range penalties, to hear her. So I've gone back to the map of the convention center. I'm just going to say Alley Cat, she climbed on the outside of this building up to the roof. She got in the second floor, which is not shown on this map, and she's coming down these escalators. Now I'm just going to say the height of this area that's in gray, which is sort of the outer area of the convention center. I'm going to say it's 30 feet tall, so that's 6 inches in game terms. And also what this yellow dotted line is, that is the scent trail of the mare. And so she's tracked him so far to this place, and she'll just continue to track it. So I've got all these gang members. The least powerful of them are called choppers. They're skull choppers. They've got pistols and axes. And so the fact that she has wall crawling, so she's gonna crawl. She's gonna be sneaking. She's gonna be crawling upside down on the ceiling. That's 30 feet above the floor. Let me bring up the roller. Now, I believe I have... No, I don't have. So, I don't have the character sheets for the gang members. I do have a combat record sheet. But their base chance, their intelligence save is a 10 or less. If we look at this first guy, he is 1, 2, 3, 4. He is essentially... Well, let's do it properly. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's actually 5 squares away, so it's a -1 for range. She is sneaking. That's also a -3. So he needs a 10 or less, -4. He needs a 6 or less. However, because she is sneaking and he is not looking, he's not looking up, and he's not even looking towards her, he essentially has no chance to see her. Now, he could maybe smell her or he could maybe hear her. Those are both going to be a no chance, right? So if we go back to, let me find it. So here's the acquiring targets chart, this chart down here. And this is what you want to familiarize yourself with as to how this works. So his chance of hearing is normally basic, but because she's sneaking, it goes down to none. Now, there is still a chance that a critical success will indicate something, and it's sort of this question looking mark symbol. It's not really a question mark, but it kind of looks like that. And if we look at that section in the rules, it says the character senses that someone or something is around, but they can't locate, identify, or target it, and suffers a penalty of -3 to defend against it, and then a character may still attack a target they failed to identify, but at a -6 penalty to hit, and also take the risk that it might be something they shouldn't attack. That guy has a 6 or less chance, a base 6 or less chance, but in order to be a critical success, he first has to roll a 1, and if he rolled a 1, then he would have to roll a 1 through 6. So I've got the die roller, I'll bring that over. So he rolls a 2, close, but it's not a 1, and you have to roll a 1 to have a chance for it to be in a critical success. So he did not succeed, he failed, he basically has no chance. If we go back to our map, so that's the first guy. Now there's 2 more guys over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus she's 30 feet up, so that's probably a -10. So that's a -2 for range for both of these guys. Let me try and find the roller again. So he needs to roll a 1. They both need to roll a 1s and then a 5 or less. So the first guy rolls a 7, so doesn't hear her. Second guy rolls a 9. There's also somebody over here who's even further away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, or I guess 20. That is a minus, that's actually a -3, I believe, so that's even less of a chance. So let's go back to the roller. Has to roll a 1, so it rolls a 12. So these are the guys I'm giving a chance to hear her. So now she's crawling upside down. She's following this scent trail, which is this dotted yellow line. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the way movement works is you can move 2 and then go diagonal. So that's what I'm doing. So I just forgot what I was at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sorry. 11, 10, 9. She's sneaking. She can only go 9. What I didn't show you was the combat record sheet. And I'm going to go ahead and say that, I should have pointed out that Alley Cat has super speed, and super speed, her version of super speed costs 2 power per round. So she went on phase 8, and now she's going on phase 6. Although technically we're not in combat, so you don't really have to track it. But I'm doing it. I'm going round by round because she's burning power for her super speed. She wants to get there as fast as possible. So let's see. Let's just keep going. So she's got another turn and another 9 inches of movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she's actually right above this guy. Now he's looking, I have him facing the outside, looking through these windows. So he has a chance to hear her. So do these guys. I'm not going to roll for the last guy because he's not even on the map. So let's go back to the roller. We'll do the guy she's closest to first. First he has to roll a 1 because his basic chance of hearing goes to no chance of hearing. He has to roll a critical success. So he has to roll a 1. He does not roll a 1. These other 2 guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they have a -2 to their chance because of distance. So they also have to roll a 1. No, close. The other guy rolls a 20. Okay. So they don't hear him. So now it's a new round. And I will go ahead and move her. If we check our combat sheet, now all these guys, all of them are just going to be, they're just waiting, right? They're not doing anything, they're waiting. So she went on 8 and 6. And so now it's a new round. These guys are all waiting. Technically, they could go before her, but they don't know she's there. So she goes on 5 and 2. So she also has to spend another 2 power to keep her super speed going. So her power drops from 53 to 51. But she feels it's necessary in order to get past these guys as quickly as possible without having to fight. Now, there's a total of 30 of these guys, and conceivably she would have to fight all 30 because they would give out a warning, they'd come running. It wouldn't be all at once, but there is no way she could defeat 30 of these guys. It would be almost impossible. So here she goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see, is there anyone else over here that could possibly hear her? So I'm going to say these doors are shut. Now there is a guy here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He is at a -2 to hear her. So let's go to the roller. He's still got to roll a 1. He's looking towards the doors, so he has no chance to see her up 30 feet up on the roof. Here's his roll. He rolls a 9. So far, so good. That was phase 5. Here's phase 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should turn her because she's actually facing that way. 7, 8, 9. So again, she's like right next to a guy. I'll go ahead and roll again. A 6. He does not hear her. So let's keep going with this. So now it's going to be a new round. Well, all the let me turn off the automatic. The formulas are automatic. They need to be manual because they're constantly changing. They shouldn't change. So that was last time. Now it's round 3. Again, with her super speed, she burns 2 power. She drops to 49. So she will go on 12 and 6. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now here, the scent all of a sudden is changing. So by the rules, if we look up the rules for tracking, which I believe here they are, it says at some point the trail can go cold, or something tricky happens. So I'm just going to say this is one of those spots where it's deviating a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a roll and see if she makes it. So 14. Now what I didn't do, I was going to increase her chance of tracking to at least a +3, which or a +6 rather. So she would have made that. I'm just going to give it to her because if she can't track the guy, it would take her a really long time to find him. So I'm just going to say she makes it. That was her first phase. She changes her. She gets here, 1, 2, and this guy might be able to see her, but she is hidden by the way the walls come down. There's like an 5-foot indentation, and she's crawling down this wall. I'm going to give her another roll to see if she can smell this guy. So a 5, that's plenty even through the door. So you know somebody's there. But she has to open the door. She's doing it sneakily. And so this guy, he's not facing towards her. So if he were facing her, he would have a basic chance to see her. That would succeed automatically. He would see somebody slouched over, crawling. He probably wouldn't know, who is this person or what are they, but he would definitely see them automatically without having to roll. Now he is going to get a chance to hear her, so here's his chance. So he would have had to roll a 1 to have a chance of a critical success. He rolls a 12, so he doesn't hear her. So that's 3, 4. I'm going to say 1 inch for opening the door. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's see. There's a guy over here. He might be able to hear her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 away, so that is a minus 1. So first he has to roll a 1. Comes close with a 4, but no cigar. So that round is over. So let's see. Let's go ahead and gray out these guys, or that phase. Now it's a new phase again. These guys are all delaying. Say they're yellow. Now it's a new round. It's round 4. She goes on 8. She's got to burn 2 more power for her super speed. She's down to 47 power. She goes on phase 12 and phase 6. So on phase 12, now she's going to go back up the ceiling. Now the ceiling here is much lower. I'm going to say it's 20 feet tall. 20 feet is 4 inches. So now she is on the side of the wall. I'm going to say she's 10 feet up. She's got to go 2 more inches. She's got to use 4 of her inches just to get to the roof. And then she's going to start crawling. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the first phase. I already rolled for these two. Now it's a new phase. 1, 2, 3. The thing has changed. I'm going to say, or the scent trail has changed. I'm going to say these doors are open because they kind of want their sight lines. They want their sight lines. So this is like this opens up into like a cafe. I actually forgot where I was at. So let's see. She was here, I believe. She had to use 2 to get up. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So actually she should have been here. That's her first phase. That guy had a chance to hear her. I didn't roll for the other guy. I'll go ahead and roll for him. Now, remember, he has to roll a 1 to have a chance at a success. So these two didn't hear her. Now it's the second part of her round, phase 6. So she moves here. 1, 2, 3. Now she's back up. She's going to go back up. She is 20 feet up. She's got another 10 feet. 1, 2, 3. She's got to spend 4 to go 2 more up. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 5. So she's gone 5. She'll change facing again. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So now there's a guy down below her. He has a chance. Now he's got a -1 to his roll, but he first has to roll a 1. He rolls a 15, so he has no chance. Now this guy could still maybe hear her. He's going to have at least a -2 because of her height. He rolls an 11. He has no chance to get a critical. So that round is, well, let's see. There's another guy over here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got a -1. He rolls a 10. So again, no chance. So that round is over. I'll go ahead and gray her out. And these guys are still all holding. And at some point they may get to go, but so far no one has spotted her. So now it's phase 5. She's got to spend 2 more power for her super speed. And let's see, so now it's phase 5. She goes on 11 and 7. So phase 11, she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She notices the scent trail changes yet again. I'm just going to say these doors are open. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this guy gets a chance to hear her. This guy gets a chance to hear her. And this guy gets a chance to hear her. So they've each got to roll a 1. First guy. Second guy, this guy in the corner up here, has a chance. Now, she is 30 feet up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. I'm going to say that is a minus. I'm going to say that's a -2 for range. So she has got a 13 or less agility save, which is going to modify his chance to hear her because she's very agile and she's sneaking, which is certainly something you would use your agility for, right? So his base chance to hear her goes from a 10 to a 5. So in order for this to be a critical success, he has to roll a 1 through a 5. Here's the roll. A 13. He does not hear her. Came close. That's the closest anyone's come. Now this guy has got some barriers in the way. So I'm going to say that's an additional penalty of, say, -3. But again, he's got to roll a 1 first. He does not. He rolls an 8. So that was the first part of her phase. She's following the trail. So second phase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She changes facing again. 7, 8, 9. Now this guy is going to get a chance to hear her again. He rolls a 12. He does not. Now remember, she is climbing on the roof. So these guys are not normally, it's not normal. It's high enough up where normally you would notice that. And plus he's kind of looking, he's kind of just staring at the wall. He's, you know, he's a gangland member, or he's a skull member. He's not too smart. So now it's a new round. Let's go back to our sheet. She's done that. These guys are all still waiting. So now it's a new round, phase 4, phase 2. These guys are all waiting, so really the numbers here don't really matter. They could all go before her if they wanted to. But they don't know she's there, so she goes again on 4 and 2. Now I am going to say these doors are shut, so she's going to have to climb down. So 1, 2, she's got to climb down 2 inches. She's 20 feet up, now she's 10 feet up to open this door and kind of upside down peer outside and see what's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy is facing that way, so he will not see this, but he has a chance to hear her. But he's got to roll a 1. He doesn't. So Alley Cat will continue. She comes out here. She's gonna, let's see, that was 4. That's 5, 6, 7. This door is shut as well, so she will crack it open. She notices, well, it doesn't. She notices this guy, and he's going to get a chance to hear her. So here's his roll. An 8. Again, he has to roll a 1. Doesn't hear her. She comes in. She shuts the door. She's up on the wall. That was her second phase, I believe. I may have messed up. That might have been her first phase. It doesn't really matter. It might cost her some power if I'm wrong. But if I can find the sheet again. Let's see. I'll go ahead and say she's gone, and for some reason I can't select the sheet. Here we go. Okay, well, alright, so she's gone. Now it's phase, or round 7 rather. She'll spend 2 more power, and we'll go back to our map. She's shut that door. She sees somebody who looks different from all the other guys she's seen. She's still sneaking. She's following this scent trail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here she notices it goes into this room. So she's right on top of this guy, and this door over here is shut as well. So that was her movement. She was sneaking. This guy has not heard her yet. So if she attacks him, she can get a +6 to hit. He has a 1 physical defense, which he does not get because he's not in combat. He's basically motionless. He's just standing there. So sure, she's going to do that, and we'll go ahead and have a little quick battle since I have these guys statted out. In fact, she'll take a headshot. She will push her headshot. So she has an 18 or less to hit. She gets +6 because of her surprise, but she gets -6 because she's going for his head. She's pushing it. She normally does a die 10 +5 damage with her claws, but she's pushing it. So we'll say it's 7. Well, first off, she has to roll to hit. So she needs an 18 or less to hit him in the head. So here's the roll. A 1. Well, gee, that could be a crit. It is a crit. I'm just going to say it's extra damage, +3 damage. So that becomes 10, +10 damage. So here's her damage roll. 14. Okay. Let's look at the guy. So this is actually the boss. This is the Bone Daddy. He has 64 power, but he can't roll with it because he's not in combat. He's taken totally by surprise. He has no physical armor. She did 14 damage with her claw to the head. He's only got 20 hit points, so that 14 becomes 28. So he goes to 0 hit points, and his power drops from 64 to 56. I believe that's right. And she pushed her attack, so it drops by 2 more to 41. And she basically did that silently. Now, that was the first part of her super speed action. Her second part is she goes in here, she opens the door, she finds the mayor. And so what she can do, oh no, I missed a guy over here. I'll go ahead and retcon it. I'll give that guy a roll. He rolled a 1, but then he rolled a 13, which would not have been good enough for him to hear her. So out of all of that, there were only 2 guys who actually had a chance to hear her, because not only was she sneaking, which lowered all of their senses by 1 level, right? Their sight went from full to basic, and their hearing and smell went from basic to none. Which means when it goes to none, the only way you have a chance of noticing someone is there is you have to roll a crit. And because she's so good at sneaking, they had, and they're normal guys really, with their 10 or less chance, their chances were not very good. So, she's probably going to save the mayor. I'm not going to do the combat with these other guys. They are much easier to defeat than this Bone Daddy. They're just choppers. But that's it for this part 1. I will do some more tutorials on senses with either invisibility or darkness or flash, or maybe all 3. But I hope this gives you a better idea of how senses work in the Mighty Protectors rules. I hope you liked the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.